I'm not going to do a vertical version of this. It'd be too hard to keep it within. Okay, that looks like it's working. Oh, my face cam is really large. I probably have one that cuts off. Okay, yeah, I could do that too. Or do I have my microphone in here? Looks like it. Yeah, so I could do that one. All right. Take this chat here. Oh, product photography. Oh, probably. Okay, so you're just getting started. I know you said you had the 60D, but I guess with the newer, more functional camera, I could see why you'd want to expand. So you're saying product photography, event, and portraits. Oh, okay, I see the other one too. You say I'm taking night classes on photography because I need a refresher, and so... Oh, you do street photography, but you want to venture into other ones. Cool. Nice. Yeah, that street photography, in my opinion, is one of the more difficult ones. I mean, it depends on what you do with street photography. Like if you photograph people doing street photography, that's probably one of the more challenging ones, in my opinion. But if you just like take photos of... When I tend to do street photography, which hasn't been recently, I tend to just take photos of things rather than people so much. But it's been a while for me. All right, this looks like it's working. Cool. Go back to the first photo. I could unbox. Well, go over the pictures first. Yeah, I've been doing some streams recently, kind of doing a little mock product photography photo shoot things. I'm trying to make all that stuff like viable financially, but it's been so difficult, and I've done it for years and years and years. But my current one, I had at least one of these mock product photo shoots. The company paid me some money to feature their product, and I've been trying to find other companies that would go for it, but so far I haven't had any luck with that. It's pretty difficult. And obviously all this stuff, viewership is the key factor of... I mean, there's probably other things too, but the more views you get, the more viability you have to make it work. So, all right. Yeah, anyways, this place, if you never had, or I mean, you have no idea what this stuff is, it's basically kits, model kits made by Bandai, which owns Gundam, which are robots, or basically mecha mobile suits. I think mobile suits would be the best term. I can't remember exactly when Gundam started, but it was probably in the 70s, 1970s or something. And the goal with Gundam, I mean, I'm sure there were still some things before Gundam, but the kind of general idea was more realistic mobile suits and all that cool robot stuff with people inside robots and mobile suits and mecha. But on the idea or direction of more realistic. The thing is, Gundam has gotten huge, and I wouldn't call it especially realistic. Especially, I mean, they've gone on so many tangents of random stuff. They've got these new type people, which are like genetically different humans. They've got special things, and physics isn't necessarily super realistic at this point. But the original Gundam was moderately realistic for kind of what it could be. You're saying product photography is hard to venture into, so weddings, events, more realistic to get into. Yeah, weddings are definitely one of the big breadwinners for photography as a business. I haven't done uh, first shooter weddings, but I have done some second shooter weddings where the main person asked me to take photos and they'd just pay me a set amount. I have done that a few times. It's fine. Although to me, it's a weird being in someone's life, in these people's lives for a day, like a full day, is a very odd feeling to me. And I mean, it was fine, but I didn't really. It just felt odd to me to do those type of things. But yeah, it's definitely a good option for making some money, I think. But I mean, there's a lot of competition, of course, as well. But definitely seems like one of the better options. Yeah, you've done the second shooter, okay, which is great. Nice learning experience, yeah. The A7 III should be really nice for that. I think I did some of the weddings with the EFM equipment, which was kind of decent-ish, but definitely challenging to use in some ways. I found that autofocus consistency and performance was a factor in at least the weddings I did, because you have to go pretty quick sometimes. But the A7 III should be really nice for that. And you've got the 2 card slots, so I would definitely use both card slots and do the backup just in case. That should be really nice for you. All right. So yeah, this model kit's Gundam. I've got 2 things I'll show from the store that I picked up. I went with a friend. He wanted to check it out, and I also did. He's big into the kits and model building and stuff too. But yeah, as we go into this specific mall was so busy. Could probably show those pictures as well. But we ended up having to go to a different parking garage just to get in there because it was crazy. It's probably a mix of time of year because of the holiday season in the United States. But also, I mean, the Gundam store wasn't crazy busy. It only took like 10-minute wait time to get into it. So that wasn't too bad. But apparently opening day was really busy. We went not the day after, but the one after that. So 3 days, I think. Yeah, Fridays. Yeah, 3 days. The third day was pretty decent. It wasn't super busy, which was nice. All right, I'm gonna pull up. See if I can find photos of the. Okay, this one's decent. So it's the place that it's at is called the Fashion Outlets of Chicago. It's in Rosemont, Illinois. Oh, you grew up watching Gundam. Awesome. Vintage 80s anime. Is there a name for that kind of vintage 80s robot anime? I think it has a Japanese term to it. But there's a mix. The Gundam is different than the original stuff because I think the goal with Gundam was supposed to be more realistic compared to the super early robot anime. I'm not sure on the terms though. Let's do a quick search. Early robot anime term. Right, yeah. Okay, they just called it Mecha, according to an AI thing, but who knows if that's correct. You try the Google AI thing. Oh, that one says Mecha as well. Super robots, super robot anime. Oh, they call it real robot. I'm not sure what it would be in Japanese. It might be like katakana, so loanword. Let's see. Yeah, it was in katakana probably, so it sounds like real robot, but obviously pronounced in Japanese. Yeah. So there's real robot and super robot in roboto, which is no, it's just a loan word. It looks like Kido Senshi, which is part of our mobile suit, mobile soldier, written kanji. Gundam is obviously in katakana, so that's like a loan word. Yeah. And I'm learning as I go as well. All right. Yeah, this is a place called Fashion Outlets of Chicago. You can see all these cars lined up trying to get into this parking garage. We did go into the garage, but we wasted probably 20 minutes, at least maybe a half hour, just trying to park somewhere. So we eventually went to a different parking garage and paid $15 to park. So that was kind of irritating, but it worked. Oh, I do have some photos of the mall itself. I could start with that. Oops. Yeah, there's the fashion outlets. Here's the mall. It's a pretty nice mall, and it was nice. Whoops. Very busy, which was cool to see. Not a lot of malls are super busy these days. But it was a Sunday that we went, and kind of a little bit later. So it was surprising it was as busy as it was. So I just tried to take some quick snapshots as I was walking. Of course, these are with my phone and just pretty blurry, usually. Yeah. Nice mall. Some type of art installation. We didn't go to the upper level, but that would have been cool to see. Kind of in a time crunch. Oh, it's pretty blurry. Let's see. Some Christmas trees. Okay, yeah, that's about all that I have for the mall. Okay, here's the entrance to the mall with the Gundam Base thing. Whoops. Double clicked on it. That was cool for the entrance. Yep. Here's the actual store. Nice big sign to it. And then you had to wait in a line here, and then there was another line that you had to wait in. But even so, it only took probably 10 minutes or so for us. Just not bad. Very, very nice store. Massive RX-78. And then this is in their special colors for this store. So it's the Gundam Base colors. And they sold a bunch of kits with this specialty, unique just to this store color scheme. So that was kind of the biggest draw, I think, for a lot of people. Got some balloons and stuff. And then here's, whoops, I keep double clicking. Wing Zero. So from Gundam Wing. This is a later version of Wing Zero. I'm not sure what it's called specifically. Oh, that feels a little bit better. It's got those very smooth looking wings to it. And then here's a bunch of little displays of different anime. So you've got original Gundam, Zeta, Double Zeta. I had seen those. V Gundam. I'm not sure if I've seen V Gundam. Yeah, the resolution on my phone isn't great for this. Can't tell what that one is. There's Gundam Wing. This is super popular in the United States. Oh, am I blocking it? No. Yeah, I'm not sure what that one was. Oh, it's probably G Gundam. Yeah, G Gundam was a very odd, unique Gundam that was more about fighting tournaments, from what I remember. Gundam X. I don't know if I've seen that one. G Gundam? No. V Gundam? Not sure. Double O. I had seen that. That's a pretty cool one. Yeah, I'm not sure what that one is. It might be Gundam Seed. There's Gundam Origin. So in the Gundam universe, there's the true timeline. Oh, how's it going? There's a true timeline of Gundam, and then there's a bunch of side quests, side ones. So Gundam Wing is one of the side ones. I don't know what it's called, Universal Century, and then something else. But Wing is not the official timeline. And then, I don't know, I think Double O is separate. I'm not totally sure. Or Iron-Blooded Orphans, I think, is a separate one. And a few others. And then here's one of the specialty kits from specific to the base. So this one store that is the first in the United States that's permanent, assuming it'll be permanent if it doesn't close at some point. They had a bunch of kits special to this location. They might sell them online. I'm honestly not sure, but it's kind of semi-exclusive at least. So this is a Wing Zero with kind of a pink, bright pink color to it. I think this one was pretty expensive. And here's one of the Gundam Base colored RX-78. I think this was the 1/100th scale, which was not available. But they did have one for some reason to show off. So pretty detailed. It's got the Gundam Base logo on it. And then this specific blue is for that. Pretty cool. Here's, I think this is, okay, this is the 1/100th scale. Yeah, so they didn't have this one available. But $66. Pretty expensive. My friend had bought 2 of these kits in the past, so I just took a photo of it. It was actually more expensive here than where he got them. What is the... Man, my voice. What the heck? The Mobile Pod Ball. They have a lot of interesting model kits. So it's basically just a ball with a gigantic gun on it. Pretty cool. Move my camera up. And then they had a ton of very cool models that are built on display. So that's most of the photos that I took. And they had different like semi-translucent versions for neat, but they weren't selling too well. So I think whoever decided on what to sell kind of missed the mark with these clear versions. But who knows? Maybe it sold more than it looked like. But yeah, that's the MG. It's a Xeon mobile suit of some type. And this one is the more recent anime. It's Quix or something. Quack. QUAX, something like that. Yeah, so a bunch of those on display. A lot of cool posing of the models. And these ones are clearly, they've probably been painted and panel lined, and so they look really good. That Zaku's pretty nice. So that's $24, not too bad. I've seen this kit locally, so there wouldn't have been any reason for me to buy that if I wanted it here. Now the gun cannon is one of the more early Gundam, but this could be a different version of it or something. Bokata's Jogog. I don't know how to pronounce that. So whatever that thing is. I'm not sure which anime this is. Pretty cool. That one's nice. This looks like a newer version of the gun cannon. Just like sleeker lines and everything. But probably a later anime. The original gun cannon was much more boxy looking. Okay, this is from the recent anime to the characters. But they even have kits of a lot of the female characters. I don't know if there's a single male model kit. I don't think I've ever seen one. It's kind of funny. So it's $47 for the standard Nyan. And then the Yuzu Priha, $47. That's the new anime. I saw a portion of it as a movie, I believe, but I haven't seen the rest of it. So here's the classic of United States Gundam Wing. We've got Wing 0, 144 scale. So they have different scales, of course, to the Gundams, and they're based on the official size of each mecha. So 144 is the smaller, cheaper one usually. I tend to go in that. I've never bought a larger one. One, I don't want to deal with massive stuff, and two, it's cheaper. It's difficult storing things and having things, right? And so I just tend to be very particular about buying stuff these days. Death Scythe. So this version of it is probably from the movie, I think. The Gundam Wing did have a movie. So there's Wing in its transition or transformed version where it was flying. Another Death Scythe. And this is Sandrock. I think that's Sandrock as well. But my favorites are Talgeese, which is technically not a Gundam, but it's from Gundam Wing. And then Heavy Arms. And then I would say my third is Death Scythe. And then fourth would probably be Wing 0, the original. And then and then the other version. Sandrock's okay, and then the... Geez, what is the name of the other one? I can't even remember at this point. It's got to be in here somewhere. Oh, maybe not. It's this one. So this... trying to remember what it's called. It's okay. I mean, actually, I prefer this one to Sandrock. Sandrock's like the most generic of the group. Yeah. So a bunch of the boxes. So there's Sandrock, there's Heavy Arms box. Alteron, I think that was the name of the one up here. Yeah, I would not have remembered that. Alteron. Oh, this one's cool. So this is a specialty version of the one Epion, which was used by one of the villains in the anime. I mean, villain is kind of a loose term sometimes, but yeah, it was the main bad guy. He used this mecha, I believe. It's been a long time since I've watched Wing. Gundam Wing was actually the anime that got me into anime and actually got me into oops, let me see if okay, that's public. Yeah. Anyways, it was... So I was... At the time, this was before college. I was playing emulated Super Nintendo games. And of course, Super Nintendo in Japan, it's called Super Famicom. And there's a massive amount of Japanese Super Nintendo, Super Famicom games. And one of them that I had played at one point was Gundam Wing fighting game. And that's a really, really good game. I actually have the cartridge still that I bought in Japan on my first study abroad. Anyways, it's a really fun game on Super Nintendo. And it's Gundam. And I was playing that game emulated at the time. This is before I went to Japan in 2006 on a study abroad. And then 2008 later on. But that's the extent of Japan for me so far. Anyways, it was probably the late 90s. I was playing this emulated in high school or whatever. And then once I got to college, I think my sister saw me playing this game and she was like, I've seen that game you play is on the TV. I was like, what? And it was on Toonami, Gundam Wing. So that's kind of what got me into anime. And it was very different for me at the time. Like, wow, this is crazy. All this action and big robots, and that game that I like playing has a show, so it's awesome. So I watched that, and then I also watched I would say the anime that really, really changed things for me. I mean, for better or worse, is Tenchi Muyo, the OVA, and I guess to a degree the first TV series, which was kind of the most consistent, well-rounded Tenchi. But yeah, the OVAs, so that's like 13 episodes originally. That was on Toonami, so that was so odd and strange, but in a good way, because in the original Tenchi OVA, there's a bunch of sci-fi stuff, there's action, there's of course the romance type things. It's a... I don't even want to use the term, but it's a one dude and then a bunch of alien women hanging around his place and whatever. So you know what type of anime that is. But that one of my favorite female characters is Ryoko from that show. The original favorite. So anyways, those two shows are kind of what got me into anime. I haven't watched much lately. It's tough to justify spending time watching anime, and also I don't have any Actually, I do have access to, I think I might have access to Prime stuff from a family member, but I'm not sure. I haven't even looked into it. Besides that, I don't have any streaming services. And like I said, it's tough to justify the time, so haven't watched much anime in a long time, besides Free Run, which was a really good show. Oh, Free Run and Dress Up Darling season 2. That was really, really good. That Dress Up Darling season 2 had a lot of. I mean, I vaguely remember season 1. I had watched that probably when it came out, and there obviously in season 1 there was a part of it that doesn't work too well in the United States, understandably, because she did a cosplay that she changed her skin color, and that's not cool in the United States, but it's seen differently in Japan. Anyways, that was season 1. But in season 2, it was really good, really consistent. It touched on a lot of aspects of cosplay, photography, gave tips and things like that. So it was really pleasant, really nice anime for season 2. I bought that on Apple's store thing, and Free Run I had purchased on Voodoo, which is like Fandango at home or something, and Crunchyroll, Funimation, Sony screwed me over on that. They didn't give me the entire series, but I did eventually finish the series through. At one point, Crunchyroll had supported for a time. It's probably not the case anymore, but for a while they had to ad supported. So I finished the season at the very least. But yeah, Free Run's really good. It's a elf, it's a different look at the life of an elf, because they obviously live a long time, in the lore of elves usually. And the same case with this anime, and she had basically a life, and then when that was done, all those people were basically gone. Or I mean, not all of them. Some of them were gone. The one that she felt things for, just generally, or at least later on when he was basically gone, she started to realize that this person was super important to her. And then it goes through all that, and they go into flashbacks, of course, to the original band of warriors that they were, and all the good stuff like that. And then, or bad, I don't know, depends on your perspective. And then, of course, she's got her new crew, and it's a really unique look at that general genre and that type of fantasy. That's the standard D&D style elves and warriors and what are the little ones dudes called? I can't remember. Anyways, that's the extent of my anime these days. Yeah, Epion's a pretty cool mecha. And this is a specialty version that's, again, pretty expensive. I think it was $120, $130 for this thing. But the shiny look to it is super cool. Here's Gundam Wing Zero from the movie, I believe. Oh, wait. Yeah. This might be from the show. I'm not sure. I can't remember when they added the different wings, if it was in the show or just the movie. I'm not sure. Yeah, because the wings on this one are more hard looking, angular, and these are more like bird wings. Here's one. I say this is my favorite mecha, doggies. There's various versions of it. It's kind of supposed to be like a Roman soldier look to it. It's got that big red thing on it. So it's my official favorite mecha, but I mean, I don't know if that in reality, if that's 100% true. but I can't think of any other mecha that I would like more than this one. It is very unique looking. And this is just a MG version, so that with the model kits they have different grades of quality and then different sizes. So this is a larger, you've got the 144 scale, which is a smaller one, and the 100th and then 160th. I don't know if there's different more sizes, but those are the standard ones. So this is kind of mid-sized and then mid-grade. So it's not super expensive for that size. Here's another one of those clear limited, yeah, Gundam Base limited. I don't even know what this is from. Kind of cool. I don't have a big desire to get the clear ones, but it's neat. Another one, Exia. I think this might be double O. This one looks like it's been painted or something. It's a very matte finish. Another clear one. This one's super cool. This is Freedom Gundam silver coating, $124, 1/100th scale. I don't think I've seen this anime. This might be Seed or something, but very cool looking mecha. And their Gundam is supposed to be the real robot stuff, but clearly things like this, it doesn't seem very realistic at this point. Still, it's cool looking. I don't know if this was special lighting or it actually looked like that, because on the down here I see some colored lights, so it must have been extra light shining on it. Yeah. So I don't think it's actually purple at all. It's all silver. But you can see here they did panel lining at the very least. So they use a little pen and go over those deeper areas with a black marker type, super fine tip. And it looks like they added a bunch of little additional details to give it more depth. Yeah, like this right here is some panel lining. I don't know if it's painted or not. It's hard to say, but if they're charging that much, it seems like a specialty finish. So I don't think they would paint it. This one is another specialty one, 100 scale Gundam Base limited Zaku from a live concert apparently. That's cool. Again, it's got the panel lines drawn on there. This one was also pretty cool. Unicorn Gundam. Yeah. That one looks kind of potentially painted. Yeah, it's so matte finish that I feel like this is painted, which is kind of the higher level of Gundam building. I've never painted well, technically I have painted, but I used the Gundam marker things and I used them improperly. Oh, what's up? Good to see you. Thanks. Oh, you're saying to the other person. So it's another photographer? Yeah. That's cool. Hope you guys are well. So another clear mecha. I'm not a huge fan of these, but they are neat looking. Here's one of my favorites. I don't know if I like this version more than the original, but it's Tallgeese from Gundam Wing. So this is a 1/100th MG, which is kind of mid-grade. but it has a special finish on it. So it's pretty expensive. Yeah, $130. And this is at the Gundam Base. So it's the first official Gundam model kit store. Yeah, it's all good. Thanks. I'm not doing actual photography, but I did take these photos on a smartphone. So I guess it counts kind of. Yeah, so that's Tall Geese. This version of it might have been later in the anime. Yeah. I think it really towards the end, I think. Because the first one got destroyed or something, and they released this one. But the different finish is pretty cool. Nice shiny look to it. Again, I think it looks like they've done panel lining a little bit to make it more realistic looking. Pretty cool. Oh, my picture's a little bit better. Not terrible for a phone. I just have a generic T-Mobile branded, I think, but it's a Chinese company. I can't remember what the company name is. It's just, some prepaid phone. So the camera quality isn't amazing for a phone. Oh, it's all good. Thanks. Yeah. Hope you guys are getting some photos edited. I don't know what specific photos might you guys be working on today. Oh, it's all good. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you really enjoy that. Get a lot of good use out of that A7 III. It's a nice starter for sure. It's a good video camera too. Yeah, that's a cool emote. Oh, nice. Oh, is that your own? Oh no, that's TJALPH1 Alpha Cube 1. Nice. I'll have to see where that comes from at some point. It's cool emote. I've never gotten into Rubik's Cube stuff. I mean, I've attempted one or two, but I don't know how it works. Oh, DJ Alpha Music. Nice. I do follow a few DJ channels. That's a cool one to have on a side screen sometimes for nice music. Okay, this one is Unicorn Gundam. I think it's getting a little bit older now, but this is one of the somewhat more recent Gundam anime. 1/100th Unicorn. Those are pretty cool. Oh, those are the emotes. Wow, yeah, that's quite a bit. Yeah, those are nice. I've made an attempt to make an emote, a few of them, but mine aren't super exciting. I went with the Photon theme, so it's like a little star type thing. Here's another Unicorn Gundam, $103. I think it's just for a piece of it. Full armor Unicorn. Oh, that's maybe the full thing. So it's like sitting or laying down on a ship. Huh. It's been a long time since I've watched Unicorn. But that was a pretty good anime. Oh, here's one of the larger scale ones. This is a 160th. I mean, 1/60th RX 178. So I think this was maybe Zeta? I'm not sure. So not the original, probably. Super large. $176. Oh man. Yeah, I personally don't have any desire for the big Gundams. Oh, yeah, there you go. Thanks. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know those were accessible. That's cool. Yeah. I know they're kind of difficult to discern in a little screen. I'll probably try to work on them at some point. All right. Here's Epion again. So this is from Gundam Wing. It's more of a standard version of it. That is a nice mecha. Pretty cool. Here's some of the characters. This is from one of the more recent ones. It's The Witch from Mercury. I did watch this anime. They had it. There's a Gundam channel on YouTube that's official, and they tend to have some of their series available, which is super nice. For not many anime companies are open like Bandai and the Gundam Group. It's not everything, but it's nice that they have some free anime to watch, and they kind of cycle things out. So that's how I watched this anime. More kits. These are actual metal Gundams. Obviously super expensive, $200 for a smaller size. 150 for a Wing Zero. I think I have a picture of them as well. Yeah, cell phone quality photos. Oh well. Okay, this is a standard one. Caliburn is from that Witch from Mercury, I believe. $24. That's a nice one. Yeah, I think this was later in the show. This was like a precursor to this one, I believe. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, that's the main mecha in that anime, I think. Here's a Sazabi. So this is one of the Xeon mecha. I can't remember which specific Gundam that's originally from. Hy-Vee Gundam. I don't think I've seen this one. Pretty cool though. They've of course got the standard. These are supposed to be antennas. I'm pretty sure the lower of this look is supposed to be antennas. So that is Akatsuki Gundam Owashi unit. Okay, a gold one. Pretty cool. Here's another Tall Geese RG version, 144th scale endless waltz version. Yeah, that one's pretty good. I do have a kit for Tall Geese, but it's the higher grade, I believe. I don't know when I'll ever get a chance to build it. Oh, this is a really nice one. So, Zaku 2 F-Type. This is a Xeon. So that's the other group. And most of the Gundam animes, they've got the Federation and then Xeon that opposes them in some way. And they're generally associated with colonies in space. But this one has clearly been painted and detailed very nicely. Yeah, you can see panel lines. You can see, I would assume it's fully painted to make it look like that. The matte finish to it. That's very nice. There's another clear one. Oh, Shenlong. Okay, that's the name of it. This is a Gundam Wing one. This is like my 5th favorite of the Wing stuff, so down the line, but it's not too bad. Okay, my 2nd favorite mecha from the Wing universe is heavy arms. This is heavy arms. Usually, this is the original version. He has more guns in the movie version, but this one's pretty cool. Another clear one of it. Okay, here's a Gundam Base limited edition. I don't know if it's limited, but it's difficult to find. Obviously, you can get it at this location, but they might sell it online. I'm not totally sure. That was a pretty expensive kit, I think. Oh, $50. Yeah, and it's a smaller size, but it's the real grade, so it's the highest quality, or like towards the highest. Pretty nice. There's heavy arms again. Kind of a blurry photo. So this one is, I think it's might be the real grade one. Not totally sure. Yeah, it's got the special Gundam Base stickers and such. Not too bad. This one is a Gundam Base limited Astray red frame, neon pink. Yeah, so a specialty version of whatever that is. I think it might be Build Fighters, I'm not totally sure. Because not many Gundam have swords like that. Here's another specialty, one potentially limited to the base. $76 for a Wing Gundam with the hot pink and black. Pretty cool combination. Another photo of it. There's the $50 Gundam Base standard Arc 78 2, so it's the second version of it. This was really cool. I'm not even sure which anime this is from, but Gundam Base Limited Tolero 800. So it's like an underwater craft of some sort. It's pretty cool looking. Something unique. Not crazy expensive. $27. And then here's another one of the specialty Gundam Base versions. Just a cheaper grade. So it's high grade. You can see it's definitely not as detailed as the real grade one. I almost bought the cheapest entry level Gundam Base version of the Arc 78, but I ended up not getting it. I don't need a ton of stuff, you know. So I believe this is one of the higher grades. Pretty cool. This one, Gundam Base Limited Gundam FSD Long Range Beam Rifle. Not sure what that's from. Let's see. Yeah, pretty cool looking. Oh, what is this? Oh, high grade, so they're talking about the type. This is a super cool one. I'm trying to think of which specific anime this was from. It might have been Zeta or something. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this one is like a humongous, massive mecha. And it was controlled by one of the new types, I believe. I didn't take a photo of the little card, sadly. But yeah, that was really well done. Like the quality of the... It looks like it's been painted or something. It's very nice looking. Or maybe that's just the finish. It's hard to say. I should have taken a photo of the card. Yeah, here you can see it. Well, that could be painted as well. It's hard to say. It's an RX 99FFV Gundam. Another one that I don't know what exactly it's from. But definitely panel lining on this one. Sazabi, I should say. It's a really large one. I mean, it's the smaller scale, but the actual mecha is big, so they need to keep it to scale, even if it's the cheaper version of it. Gundam Base Limited Unicorn Gundam, perfect ability, $96 for 144th scale. Yeah, very detailed. It's cool. Okay, this is another specialty unicorn. That was tough to photograph, that they had it standing. And they also had like different setups. Okay, here's a Zeta Gundam. So Zeta was after the original Gundam. And they really upped the production quality and the feel of the anime. It's been a long time since I've watched Zeta, Double Zeta. But definitely worth watching if you're into this type of stuff. Okay, this one I have not seen. I think this is a seed mecha. So very unique design style to that one. Another specialty finish on it. I didn't take a photo of the placard thing. Here's some, they tend to do basic boxes like this sometimes when it's a specialty, like limited run. Yeah, limited item. They make these cheaper boxes. Rising Freedom, whatever that is. Man, I took so many photos. I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit. So here's some tiny ones. Like little kits of some sort, or just pieces. I do like smaller things in general. So I was kind of interested in these. That one was kind of cool. I don't even know where it's from though. I could probably find this locally. Yeah. A little blurry, but Gundam G Frame FA. I wanted one of these, but they were out of stock. And this was day 3, so they ran out pretty quick. Cute little Lucky Cats in a Gundam style. Those are cool. And then these ones are like Federation officers, I believe, but as cats. I like the box ones more. Those are cool. Sadly, they did not have those available. And then we've got some little chibi ones, whatever they're called, with the big heads. I don't like the big head stuff. It feels not proportional in a good way. I mean, it's in a bad way. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we've got cutting mats, which is a good idea to get really clean parts. I use little nippers, a little tool to cut the pieces out of the runner. They're called runners that hold the pieces, because when they create the parts, it's got these runners around all of the actual pieces, and they're attached, obviously, because they inject the plastic or whatever it is into a mold, and yeah, they need to have a little structure. Oh, sorry, I just saw the chat thing. Oh, G Self. Yeah, I like Gundam. So this is from one of the other chats. I don't think I've seen G Self, but I started with Gundam Wing at the time. I was playing the emulated version of the Gundam Wing fighting game for Super Nintendo, Super Famicom at the time, and then my sister was like, "Hey, I see that game you're playing on the computer, and it's a show, So that kind of got me started into anime. And then I from there I went into, I mean, I saw some more Toonami stuff, and then I went to a anime club in my college at the time. This was a long time ago. And from there, a lot of anime. So I've seen Zeta, Double Zeta, but that was a long time ago, and quite a few other series. Double O, Iron-Blooded Orphans, Witch from Mercury. I feel like Build Fighters and the second season of Build Fighters was really good, even though it's kind of like meant to sell Mecha Gunpla kits. Oh, MS 8th Team. Yeah, I saw that one a long time ago. I don't remember too much from it, but yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, this was probably 20 years ago. It's 2005. Yeah, probably 20 years ago I saw it. Man, time. The ones that I haven't seen are all of the seed Gundam, and some of those other ones. Can't even remember the names. But yeah, like Cheese Self, I don't remember that name. I did see the movie version of this G Quix, or however it's pronounced. So I haven't seen the full anime of that one. Just the movie, which is like a few episodes. Unicorn, yeah, I did see the Unicorn Gundam. I don't know if they've made more since I've watched it. I watched it around the time that it came out, I think. And it was kind of hard to get at the time. So I saw it in pieces because I'm pretty sure it took them a long time to make Unicorn originally. Maybe I'm not remembering it right. Yeah, what's your favorite Gundam, if you have a favorite? I mean, either a show or a show and mecha. Some of your favorite mecha from Gundam. They got some gashapon, so little blind box things from the vending machines. I got a Miku one, which I'll unbox here in a second. It's not in this photo though, but there's Double O, or whatever it's called. I've not read the manga. I think this is only a manga, the pirate one, or whatever. Or Crossbone or something like that. That one looks really cool. But I have not read any manga. You're more of a MS 8th MS team. Yeah. Manga only. Mm-hmm. One of my friends bought a nice kit from this one recently. It looked good. Whoops. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, for me, getting to this new Gundam Base thing was, I mean, it takes us like an hour and 15 minutes. So it's not a terrible drive. So that's part of the reason we were able to check it out. It just opened this weekend, so. So we got some bus, different mecha. There's Unicorn, G-Quix. Yeah, there's this. I think that's Seed. I haven't seen the Seed stuff. Exia. He's saying, funny that the Crossbone is so popular that the other Gundam in the same universe. Okay, the F91. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Is overshadowed. Yeah. F91 sounds familiar. Okay, I did buy one of these. This was $6 US. So I'll unbox this right now. I haven't opened it, although technically I can see what's in it. So this, like I said, it was $6 to get one of these, and it's you get what comes out. It's a Miku collaboration. Sadly, they didn't have the actual mecha. Oh, you're saying the only one in the Y. Sorry, my screen is really small. A tiny little screen that I'm using. Only one with the Y hums is G self. Okay. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, the horns. The horns. Okay. Ah, yeah, the traditional. I think they're supposed to be antennas, right? Like canonically. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, so this is one of the Miku things. Pop it open. So we've got Miku standard, like Gundam collaboration. We've got Shining Gundam. So this is from a cell phone, so it's a little hard to read the text. Strike Freedom. 00. That was pretty good anime. Whoops. I clicked on it. So there was a Gun Wing Zero Endless Waltz version with the like bird wings. And then the Strike Gundam, Zaku 2, and then Haru. You think I got the first one? Well, so it comes this little orange ball. Is there tape on it? Oh no. It's got multiple tabs. So here we go. Here it is. So I got one that I do not know. This is the AILA Strike Gundam. It's cute, and she's got her actual outfit on with some extras. This was $6, so a little expensive, but kind of cute. I'm a fan of Miku. Not too bad. And there's some stuff on the back. Gundam X Miku. Might as well open it. Also, don't know this one. Yeah. Oh, wow. Sorry, face close up. Leave my white hair. Not too bad. Yeah, sadly, oops, the camera's a little finicky. Sadly, I didn't get the official one. I would have preferred the regular one. That Zaku, yeah, the Zaku one's cool. That one's cute. She's got the little Negi with that one. This one's okay. It is nice. She's got more of her actual original outfit, I guess. Although these are different. So those probably relate to the actual Gundam. I could probably try to find whatever this mecha is. See what it looks like. So you got the little collab thing on the back. Yeah. Quality-wise, it does flex a little bit, which is probably good. I don't know if I'll use this on an actual keychain, but yeah. Anyways, that's cool. You're saying, sadly, it's a premium Bandai, meaning higher price and harder to get. Yeah. Only pre-order. Manufacturing batches. Okay. Yeah, I would have liked to have gotten the actual mecha Miku collab, like the little premium Bandai thing, because I looked them up online, and that would have been nice, but sadly they didn't have it at the shop. So that's what that looks like. Yeah, this Zaku one's cute. You're saying. Got the little Negi she's holding. I'm kind of glad I didn't get this one because I feel like that's the most generic. But I do like Haro from the shows. All right. So those are usually shipped. Okay. Not really available in retail. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't know about it at the time when most of the Miku stuff came out. But I had seen like a random thing of the actual kit, which looked nice. I like the color scheme of it with the teal and such. All right, so there's a few other things. I've still got quite a few photos, but I do have a kit that I don't think I'm going to build it today, but I'll show it. So a lot of these things, I don't know if this is Gundam Base specific. Okay, it has a Gundam Base logo on it. So this could be a Gundam Base specific kit, which I assume is the main draw for most people to get something a little bit different. Okay, this is an entry grade, like, paintable version. I'm not sure what makes this Gundam Base specific. Limited painting model. Okay. Huh. Oh, there's one of the OG designers or creators. I'm not sure what his name is. Whoops. So here we've got another painting kit. I almost bought this. I didn't buy it though. So it's an entry-level Gundam Base colored Arc 78. I don't know if it's the version 2 or not. It looked okay, but I ended up getting something else. Now it just means that exclusive in Japan and just not anywhere else. Those scalpers do help a bit to get some of them. Okay, yeah, at a premium, I'm sure. The Gundam Base exclusive. Oh, okay. So these are available in Japan, you're saying. This Gundam Base thing is in Chicago. It just opened. So at the very least, in the United States, we have more access now for anyone that can go to Chicago. Technically, it's in Rosemont. Oh, Gundam Base exclusive. Okay. So Rosemont, Illinois. And it's supposed to be the first permanent. Good branch, very lucky. Yeah, this is the first in the United States, the first permanent Gundam Base. But hopefully it stays open. I would assume so. It seemed pretty popular so far. And for me, it's about an hour and 20 minutes to get there. So my friend and I went on day 3. It was super, super busy on day 1. But day 3 wasn't terrible. We just had to wait maybe 10 minutes to get in because they have a kind of a queue going. I can show some of the earlier photos again. Let's see. Yeah, so here's the entrance to the mall. In that area, this is the actual store location. Got the big logo, Gundam Base Chicago. And that's kind of what it looks like. There was a bit of a queue, but it really wasn't too bad. There's a nice Arc 78 Gundam Base color. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, if you're ever in Chicago, it's at the Fashion Outlet Mall in Rosemont. Yeah, they got a bunch of displays. Like I said, they got a bunch of the Gundam Base kits now. So that's the official Gundam Base Arc 78 version 2, I believe. I think it's the high grade one. I'm not sure. Or real grade, maybe. Oh, yeah, MG. Master grade? Is that what it means? Version 2, $66. Very nice. It's a bit outside of my amount of money I'm going to spend on Gundam kits, but that one's nice. Yeah, so and I've been through a lot of these photos. You can probably look at the I multi-stream, so it'll be on YouTube. Oh, you're on, yeah. MG means master grade. Okay, yeah. So I went through all these earlier in the stream, but I'll have the VOD available if you want to look at them. Okay, let's see where it was. Yeah, so a bunch of cool little specialty things for the Gundam base. Hopefully they build more stores. Hopefully it works out well, you know, so a lot of people can get access to this specialty stuff in the United States. We'll see. The big kits usually eat a lot of space, right? Perfect grade kits, yeah. I saw one 60th, 1/160th scale in here, but there weren't many. There were a bunch of 1/100th scale, but of course, like you're saying, depending on the size of the actual Gundam, they can be pretty large. Yeah, I almost bought this, but didn't eventually, so I took some photos of it. Kind of the standard issue entry grade. I mean, it looks pretty nice for an entry level kit, in my opinion. Got the little logo sticker on there. Oops, I'm going to switch to the smaller camera. Here we go. Let's see, what is this? Strike Freedom MGEX 1/100 scale, $183. Man, looks cool, but that's a pricey kit. Yeah, I would assume I don't know if they painted these things. I don't know if you can tell if they painted them, but I can see some panel lining. They have like 7 entry grade kits that are, okay, so far. Oh, there've been 7 of them, okay. Yeah, this looks really nice up close. The photo's kind of dark. Not sure what that pink one is. That one's cool too. Yeah, for some reason my photos were darker in this area. Vidar? Gundam Vidar. $66. As it's the aura? Yeah. Right? That one's cool. The dark atmosphere, yeah. They had a mix of lighting on these. Some of them had colored lights and stuff, so yeah, they probably tried to have them fit the different series and mecha and such. This one's doing a kick. That one's got a good amount of articulation to it. Oh. It has jets on the front of its legs. Maybe they rotated it. I don't know. That one's cool. Let's see. Metal build. The genes of Chogokin restylized. New pinnacle for finished robot action figures evolved from the expert designed high-end metal build. Pinnacle of die-cast composite material. Not sure what. Oh, that's Zeta? Okay. It's been so long since I've watched Zeta. Yeah. Zeta Gundam. $400. Ooh. Oh, the toe has a knife at the end. Yeah. That's cool. Hmm. Oh, this one transforms as well. I mean, for $400, I guess it should be pretty nice. Here's a Gundam Wing Zero metal build. Just the box, though. Pretty cool. That was 150. Red Gundam. $210. $170 for White Gundam. I don't know which anime this is from. RX-78-2. The face looks different. Huh. Strike Freedom. Metal build is mostly made from metal. Transforming suits. It's way better. Yeah. I took another photo of the Miku thing. Here's a like pre-built figure. And the Quicks one. Sorry, kind of blurry. More of those. Oh, RX-78-2 version from the G-Quicks. Okay. Some actual figures. Those are cool. How much are these? $30. Oh, this photo is a little bit better. One of my friends is big into this one. He's bought a bunch of these kits from this anime. I've seen the movie version, but it's just a portion of the actual anime. Some Momo Haro clear color. So this one's got cat ears. That one's cute. There's a green clear version. $8? Not too bad. $10. I think this one was out of stock. I kind of wanted to get that one, but they didn't have it, sadly. So we've got a clear orange one. I'm not sure if that was on display. The green one. And then Bear Guy, which is what I got. But I got I would have liked this one too. Haro Pla. Mobile Haro. This one just looks really cool. And it's got the Gundam Base colors. And special sticker and stuff. That was cool. I'll zoom out a little bit. Of course, some panel lining done on it. Looks like. Sadly, they didn't have that. They did have these ones. I didn't get these shiny ones. Pretty goofy looking. Yeah. I like weird stuff. Goofy stuff. So the Bear Guy with the sign, which was cool, but I didn't want the shiny versions. And this says Yokoso, which is kind of welcome in Japanese. Those were cool. And we've got some character figures, Gundam Base specific. So she has the Gundam Base outfit, which is cool. This was from Build Fighters Try. I liked the original Build Fighters in Try, which is the second season. I know it was kind of meant to sell Gunpla, but I feel like they're pretty solid anime. I haven't seen them in a long time, so I'm not sure what my current opinion would be, but I enjoyed them at the time, from what I remember. So we've got a Luna Maria Hawk. Gundam Base Color. Oh, Gundam Seed Destiny. I haven't seen that one. There's, this is a well-known character, I think. Lekis Klein. Yeah, she looks familiar. Oh, sorry, these photos are just not amazing. Taken on a smartphone. Like a cheaper smartphone, too, so. Yeah, they're all right. There's the bear guy again. So I ended up getting this one. I'll probably build it on stream at some point. But it's a Gundam base colored bear guy. $8. Like I said, I didn't want the shiny version because I'm probably going to put it in my background. I believe bear guy is from Build Fighters. But like I said, it's been a long time. Yeah. I'll pull it out here. There it is. And then I'm not sure what the difference is between this name and the bear guy thing. Maybe it's like French or something. I don't know. I don't remember the lore at this point. Why it's named like that. But yeah, it's got the Gundam Base logo thing. Cool dude. Shiny surface of the shiny versions attract dust. Yeah, that makes sense. Good point. Oh, it's just a term. Petite, small. Yeah. Small guy. It's got a little bit of articulation. As a logo sticker. Okay, they've got pictures of one of the Gundam bases. Sorry, my hands are hard to hold it steady. Let's see. Show this side again. Yep. That's good. I'll at least open it. Getting kind of late though, so I'm probably not gonna attempt to build this thing right now. It's nice having scissors ready for action. There we go. Whoops. Okay. There it is. It's probably pretty similar to the standard ones, but that's a specialty color, I guess. The Gundam base. It's not too much to this kit. Yeah, it's got the little base logo. So it does have a stand. I wasn't sure if the stand was included. It's got a little jigsaw puzzle stand thing, which is nice. So it'll work nicely in my background. Yeah, very simple little fun kit. I'm looking forward to building that. We've got some basic instructions. Yeah. I assume these are... Oh, actually this is unique to the Gundam Base version. Yeah, that makes sense because they've got the specialty stickers. They have to show the steps for this version of it. Yeah. Cool. Pretty nice. That'll be a fun little project. All right. This is a fun stream. I'm gonna head out, but appreciate everyone stopping by. Stop by. It's nice. So yeah, gonna head out. Peace. Well, actually, do I have any more photos? Okay, I'll go over these photos real quick. Go over what I've got here. Whoops. Where did I stop? Okay. There's no more bear guy stuff. That one's cool. Sort of green. Yeah, basically took a bunch of, so here's the actual store. A little quick photo of what it looks like. It's not huge, but there is a fair amount of product fit into a smaller space. And then you've got all the displays on the top. You've got the whatever is available down here. They also had some things on the sides that's not shown, but not too bad. Yeah, so that's from the outside. That is me. Photo is my friend's leg. More picture. There was an other area outside of the store that they were building kits. And they had a few other displays. This weird dark line is from... Oh, also have to go... Yeah. Definitely worth checking out. It's a cool place. It's in the Fashion Outlet Malls in Rosemont, Illinois. So basically Chicago suburbs, if you want to call it that, but Chicago and the areas around it it's a big area. So Rosemont is where they tend to have a lot of conventions in Rosemont. There's a bunch of hotels. There's a ton of restaurants. There's that Fashion Outlet Mall thing. I can show a picture of. Actually, I don't have it in this list of photos. Let's see. Yeah, here's one picture of the trying to get into the place. It was super, super busy. But yeah, Fashion Outlet of Chicago. Outlets of Chicago. And that was a parking garage, but we ended up having to go somewhere else because it just didn't make sense to try to park in there. We wasted probably a half hour trying to park in there. I think it's kind of a mix of Christmas season and some other, who knows, it's just a busy area. But there are other parking garages. The problem is, it's going to be a fee usually to use those. Yeah, that's what that is. So they had this other area. For whatever reason, these cases that these kits were in kind of messed up the photos. It's probably got some weird glass or something to it. But these were pretty cool as well. Yeah, it's all good. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to head out as well in a pretty much now. Showing the last few photos. Those are the specialty kits for the Gundam Base. Yeah, that's my last picture on here. So, anyways, appreciate everyone hanging out. Peace. See ya. Oh, let me switch to my other screen. Where is it? Yep. See ya.